The impact of self-talk. Is it normal to talk to yourself? Have you ever caught yourself whispering your own name, repeating the same line in your head, or even having a full conversation with yourself? And then, you suddenly stop and think, wait. Am I normal? Well, let me tell you this, the voice in your head is not just normal, it's powerful. What if I told you that the way you talk to yourself could decide your success, your confidence, and even your happiness? Stay with me, because today we're diving deep into the secret world of self-talk. Headphone. Welcome to Echo English. Welcome to Echo English, the place where you don't just learn English, you learn life, confidence, and communication. Today's episode is all about self-talk, the conversations we have with ourselves, whether silently in our minds or even out loud when no one is around. By the end of this episode, you'll not only understand whether it's normal to talk to yourself, but also learn how to use self-talk as a powerful tool to rewire your brain, overcome negativity, and build unstoppable confidence in English and in life. Part 1. What is self-talk? Self-talk is that little inner dialogue running in your mind all day long. Sometimes it's like a coach pushing you forward, you can do it. Keep going. Other times, it's like a critic holding you back, you're not good enough. Don't even try. But here's the truth, everyone talks to themselves. Psychologists call it inner speech, and it's one of the most natural things your brain does. When you remind yourself, don't forget the keys. That's self-talk. When you look in the mirror and say, I'm ready for this interview. That's self-talk. When you make a mistake and sigh, ugh, I'm so stupid. Yes, that's also self-talk. The real question is your self-talk helping you or hurting you? Part 2, is it normal to talk to yourself? Let's settle this once and for all, yes. It is 100% normal to talk to yourself. Science says that about 96% of people admit to talking to themselves, and the other 4% probably just don't want to admit it. In fact, children learn by talking to themselves out loud. You've probably seen kids playing alone, guiding themselves. Now I'll put the car here. Then I'll build a tower. That's not weird, it's the brain's way of organizing thoughts. As adults, most of us still do it, but silently inside our minds. So if you've ever caught yourself whispering before an exam, practicing a speech in front of the mirror, or even debating with yourself while cooking dinner, congratulations, you are wonderfully normal. Part 3, the two sides of self-talk. But here's where it gets interesting. Self-talk has two faces. 1. Positive self-talk, the cheerleader voice. I can handle this. I'm improving every day. Mistakes are proof that I'm learning. 2. Negative self-talk, the critic voice. I'll never be good enough. I always mess things up. Why even try? Think of self-talk as the background music of your life. If the music is uplifting, you feel motivated. If the music is dark and gloomy, you feel stuck. Part 4, the science behind self-talk. Psychologists and neuroscientists have studied self-talk for decades. Here's what they discovered. Performance boost, athletes use positive self-talk to increase focus and strength. A runner repeating, one more step, actually pushes farther. Stress reduction, talking to yourself in the third person, like, okay, Sarah, calm down. You've got this. Has been proven to reduce anxiety. Language learning, yes. Even when learning English, self-talk helps. Practicing sentences with yourself makes your brain more fluent and confident. Problem solving, talking out loud helps organize thoughts, especially when solving difficult tasks. Your brain doesn't fully distinguish between what someone else says to you and what you say to yourself. That means, your words to yourself can shape your reality. Part 5, how negative self-talk affects you. Let's get real. Negative self-talk can be toxic. Imagine waking up every day and the first thing you hear in your head is, you're not enough. It lowers confidence. It increases stress and even depression. It makes challenges look impossible. Worst of all, it becomes a habit. If you keep repeating the same negative lines, your brain wires itself to believe them. You literally train your mind to see the world through a negative lens. But here's the good news, habits can be changed. Part 6, How to Practice Positive Self-Talk. So how do you switch from being your own worst critic to your own best coach? Here are 5 powerful techniques. 1. Catch yourself. The first step is awareness. Notice when you're saying negative things like, I can't do this. Pause. Recognize it. 2. Flip the script. Change, I can't do this, to, I'll give it my best shot. Change, I always fail, to, every mistake teaches me something. 3. Talk like a friend. If your best friend was struggling, would you say, you're a loser? Of course not. So why say that to yourself? Treat yourself like someone you love. 4. Use the third-person trick. Instead of saying, I'm nervous, say, okay, Alex, you've done this before. You'll be fine. Talking to yourself in the third person creates emotional distance and calms the brain. 5. Practice daily affirmations. Every morning, look in the mirror and tell yourself 3 positive lines. Example. I am learning. I am growing. I deserve success. I choose to focus on what I can control. These may sound small, but repeated daily, they rewire your brain for confidence. Part 7, Self-Talk in Everyday Life. Let's make this practical. Here's how self-talk can change different areas of your life. In studies, instead of saying, this subject is impossible, say, I'll break this into smaller steps. In public speaking, replace, I'll embarrass myself, with, this is my chance to share my ideas. In fitness, don't say, I'm too weak. Say, each workout makes me stronger. In English learning, don't say, my English is bad. Say, my English is improving every day. Part 8, Self-Talk and Mental Health. Researchers have linked healthy self-talk to better mental well-being. People who practice positive inner speech are less anxious, more resilient, more motivated, more confident in relationships. On the other hand, unchecked negative self-talk is linked to higher stress and burnout. The lesson? The voice in your head can either be your prison, or your freedom. Part 9, Quick Self-Talk Exercise, do it now. Let's do a quick 30-second practice together. 1. Think of a challenge in your life right now. 2. Notice the first thought that comes up. Is it negative? 3. Now flip it into a positive but realistic version. Example. Negative, I'll never speak English fluently. Positive, I am learning English step by step, and I'm getting better every day. Did you feel the shift in energy? That's the power of self-talk. Final thoughts. So, is it normal to talk to yourself? Absolutely. In fact, you can't stop even if you try, your inner voice is always there. But what you can control is how that voice speaks to you. Self-talk can be the key to building confidence, learning faster, and living a more positive life. It's not just a habit, it's a superpower. Next time you catch yourself talking alone, don't feel weird. Smile and remember, you're training your brain. Make your inner voice your coach, not your critic. And if you want to improve your English, confidence, and daily mindset, keep listening to Echo English. Because every word you speak, even to yourself, shapes your future.